Okay, this is Joyful Anime 19 back at you with part 3 of What If Deku Had Beast Boy's powers. Now I last time I accidentally cut this a bit short. It was supposed to be a bit longer, but I'm sorry. I pressed on the stop record button. Well, and that was by accident. And now let's get to the story. Everyone is running away from the 0 Point robot, and Deku sees the 0 Point robot himself, and he's actually scared for a moment because he believes he can't take this thing down, even if you know what he's scared. He feels threatened, so he starts to run, but then he hears someone calling saying help, and it's Uraraka. This in this anime, Uraraka and it is what if Uraraka and Deku do meet, and so Deku just like in the canon, like canon Deku, he goes in and he doesn't have a choice, even though if he's found out that he's Beastman, he decides to transform into a dinosaur. Again, sorry, no, wait a minute, let me change it. Deku goes and he turns into a fly, and he turns into a fly, and he turns into an electric eel when he goes into an electric eel, and decides to shock the robot as much as he can in his electric eel form. And the robot stops stops moving. This actually doesn't stop the robot from moving, so Deku decides to transform to something else. So he decides to bite down on the wires. So he turns into a mouse to bite down on the wires inside, and it does stop. He was able, and he comes out. He comes out of the robot and he pushes it. He he pushes it, and that was it. Does it, and the robot stumbled back, and fell on its back, and now Deku transforms back into a person. He Remember, Deku is in this what if is now stronger because not only does he have enhanced strength, but he also trained a lot as well. So Deku the rubble picks up the rubble off of Uraraka. Time is already up, and time already ran out, and Deku and recovery lady comes out, and she gives everyone gummy bears like in the canon anime, and she uses her quirk on Uraraka, and she says thank you to recovery lady, and says thank you for saving me. But what's your name? And then Deku says, you're welcome, and my name is Izuku Midoriya. And Uraraka says, what's your quirk? I've never seen anything like it. It's kind of like his quirk. Who are you talking about? What quirk? Who are you talking about? Beastman's quirk. You know the vigilante hero. Your quirk is just like his. But there was no videos of him actually transforming into an animal. So I guess he takes on the abilities of animals, and you transform into animals. Yeah, yeah, I guess you're right. Our quirks do seem alike, in a way. Then everyone is watching this. Everyone, the judges are watching, and they are astonished by this kid's quirk and his bravery. And All Might says, and and All Might wants to, and All Might is feels that he found him. He found Beastman, and Eraserhead was also there, and he also saw the whole thing. And he said, he's actually going to become a hero instead of a vigilante. That's why he made that broadcast that entire video, because he wanted to become a hero. I'll test him to see if he's actually the real thing. And they all go home. Everyone goes home, and Deku goes home, and he waits for 2 weeks, a week for his acceptance letter. He's confident that he passes, and Deku decides to train a bit more and to read a bunch of books, and to also train a lot more, and to also learn new things about his quirk. Deku learns that there are specific abilities that he can use from his transformations. He can take on the abilities of different animals. So he learns that he can also spit acid, like acid from his like some kind of toxin from his mouth, which is from a frog, and that he's also very poisonous if he transforms and takes on the abilities of other animals. But they work in different ways. So now it's already Saturday, and Deku is a bit nervous, and he's worried that maybe he didn't get accepted. And then his mom comes in shaking on the ground. She says, it's here, your letter from UA." And Deku is excited. He grabs he takes the note into his room, and his mom is outside the door, hearing what's going to happen. And he opens it, and a holographic projection comes out, and it's All Might. All Might says, "I am here in a holographic projection." And Deku is excited to see All Might, and then All Might says, "Even though you got hero points, even though you, boy, I mean child, you have now got, you, not only did you do good in the Rin test, to tell you the truth, you got #1 in the Rin test, and not only that, you did fairly well that you even broke the record in UA history for destroying the most villain robots. And not only that, you also got rescue points for also saving that girl. So it is my great honor to say, welcome to the Hero Academia." And Deku is surprised to hear all this, that he's got #1 in all, and whatever, and both things, and Deku is happy that he got accepted, and his mom hears this and decides to cook a dinner, decides to cook a feast, and they celebrate, this moment, and now Deku is now happy that he's been accepted. But in UA, at UA, All Might now knows that this boy could be Beastman, the one he's been looking for, and the big three hear about found out about there was a person who beat the record in UA history, and they wanted to know and watch the video, and the big three felt like, no way, he's here? No, it could be someone else. We've never actually seen him actually transform into an animal, but only take on the abilities of animals. It couldn't be him, could it? Or maybe it is him. That's what they're thinking, and Neji, all the big three are a bit are a bit like how do I say this? Are interested in Deku because he displays great, amazing speed, agility, and strength, and not only that, great intelligence like Beastman. And they are interested and they want to know if he actually is Beastman. If he actually is Beastman. So they decide to wait, and All Might said, and All Might did ask Mirio to become his successor, but Mirio declined the offer for One for All because he now knows that he has a lot of work ahead of him, that he's going to train even harder because of all of his encounters with Beastman. The big three also agree with this because they also had encounters with Beastman. So they decided to train even harder. They declined the offer for One for All. And All Might decides to and then it's already the day that Deku goes to UA, and his mom says be careful, and she also knows that Deku is Beastman because he revealed his identity to her, and he trusts his mom, and his mom believes him and knows that it was him because Deku has a very big heart, and he doesn't want to see people hurt. So yeah, she keeps his identity safe, and he's already at UA, and everyone is Bakugo is there being a jerk, putting his feet on the seat on the table, and Ida is arguing with him. Then the whole thing happens. Then everyone looks at Deku. Then when Ida looks at Deku, everyone looks at Deku, and they said it's him, the guy who got number one in both spots, something like that. The Rin test and the battle zone. And everyone is watching. Everyone is looking at him, staring at him. And Deku feels nervous, and he was about to say hello, but then Uraraka came in and says, "Oh, I know that curly hair from I know that blackish green curly hair anywhere. Hey, Deku, it's you, Izuku." Huh? And then he turns around and it's Uraraka, and he also says, "Hi, it's nice. It's good to see you again, Uraraka. And are you okay? Is your leg okay?" "Yeah, it's okay. and they have this, and now they're well acquainted. Back at the battle zone thing, the ceremony thing. Now, and Ida says that you are a far better student than me. You knew that you knew that there was about the test and everything, about the rescue points, and and Izuku stops him and says, well, anyway, my name is Izuku Midoriya, and Ida says, my name is Tenya Ida, and Deku knows what Ida and knows about him and can know about the engine on his leg. He belongs to that hero family, but he doesn't blow it out because it might make Ida nervous or anything like that. So everyone was thinking about going over to talk to Deku, and then Deku says, "You can call me Deku. You can call me Deku. That's actually my nickname." Wait a minute, doesn't Deku mean useless? Uraka says. Oh no, my friends call me Deku. They said that it has two phrases. One for useless, one for you can do it. And I liked it actually. And Uraka says, "Okay, I'll call you Deku then." And Bakugo also calls him Deku in a very bad tone. I was about to say to call him Deku, but then Mr. Aizawa comes in and says, "You're not here to make friends. You're here to become heroes. And if you're here to socialize, get out then." And everyone sees Aizawa, and then Deku recognizes him, and he turns his eyes to the other way because he doesn't want Mr. Aizawa to think it's him. That Deku is actually Beastman. And that's where we're going to leave it off for now because I believe we're going to get cut off again. So this is actually where we're going to leave it off for now. This is me, Joyful Anime, ending this video right now. See ya and have a great time. Have a great time watching this. And oh yeah, and comment down below what you think of this video.